What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the review scores for Assassin's Creed Mirage. They are out, and they are literally all over the place. And that is definitely the theme of this video. You know, I say it all the time in terms of making your own opinion and, deciding on your own if you're going to get a game or not. And honestly, when reviews like this come out, I feel like that's kind of strengthened, right? Because it feels like it's just who you are, what kind of, not just gamer you are, but what kind of Assassin's Creed fan you are, because there are review scores that are in the 8s, that are in the 7s, but some 7s have better things to say about the game potentially than the 8s. So this is really, I gotta be honest, it really is one of the most all over the place review scores that I've seen for a game. Now, it's at a 77 based off of the PS5 scores, which I think are like 70 plus reviews. There's a lot. Ubisoft is not really afraid, and I respect that actually quite a bit about them. Say what you want about Ubisoft, and that's fine, but they are actually more than willing, even if they kind of get slammed, they're more than willing to give out games to a lot of different people. So, you got the review scores where they actually gave scores, right? Where you go to the trusted sources, quote unquote, the IGNs of the world and all that. But you had your YouTubers as well, and it was mixed there too. I know people had brought up like Mr. Matty Plays. He's a guy that I go to when it comes to opinions. We align. I feel like more at least than we don't align. And they are just all over the place. I want to throw this out though. This is a good time to do it. So Ubisoft did give me a code. They gave it to me this morning. I'm going to be playing this game all night and, over the next couple days. One thing actually seemingly that you learned with the reviews that is not subjective. It's not based off the individual people. The game is actually kind of shorter than even Ubisoft said. There were a ton of people that said it took them 15, 16 hours to beat it. And yes, they had stuff still to do, but not that much. And they did some of that stuff in the base game. So when Ubisoft came out, they said this is like a 20, 25 hour game. No. It seems like, and again, I mean, that's kind of what they do. Not just Ubisoft, just companies. Companies normally overinflate how long a game is. Like literally every time. There's actually never been a case, I think, where a company has said the game is shorter than it actually was. And I gotta be honest, that makes me happy. Some reviews kind of held that against the game. Some reviews kind of held it for the game, so that it was a positive. And that's the thing, guys. I mean, I really think it depends on what kind of fan you are of Assassin's Creed, because there were some reviews out there that were likening it to 2007's, Assassin's Creed, and some people liked that, some people didn't like it. Docked points for some, it raised the point scale for other people. I do think, based off of reading as many of these as I can, there does seem to be some actual legitimate flaws with the game. I'm excited to get my hands on it as well, because what you seem to have is kind of like a personal opinion of, well, how much do you like Origins, Valhalla, Odyssey? And that's a big question, because that's going to come up when it comes to this game. Whether it's the story, if the story is better or worse. I've seen, man, early on, it was a lot of people talking about how bad the story was of this game, but I feel like as the day has gone on, it's kind of settled as average. The parkouring seems to be pretty cool. The world itself seems to be cool. I've seen stuff on repetitive missions, which, by the way, boy, does that harken back to Assassin's Creed. You think of the first Assassin's Creed game, I love it, but it had massive problems, including it was the same stuff over and over, and it just went on and on and on. So it actually maybe mistakenly, replicates Assassin's Creed 1 too much when it comes to side stuff. So I don't know. I feel like there's plenty of people that have talked about it being compared to 2007 Assassin's Creed. And I guess one thing is, with these reviews now out, Ubisoft can kind of now be proven to either be liars or telling the truth. It does feel like, at least from what I've seen from reviews, it does seem like this game is a pretty big mix of Assassin's Creed 1, specifically Assassin's Creed 1, and the new ones, Origins, Odyssey, Valhalla. That's what this game is. And for better or worse, it has some weaknesses that Assassin's Creed 1 has. It also has weaknesses the newer games had that the old game didn't have. It's got all of these kind of combinations of positives, the good things those games had, this game also does. The negatives those games had, this game does, but it's all kind of mixed up. So it's fascinating. Honestly, I didn't expect to get so kind of into it. I feel like my voice is a little bit louder than what it normally is when I'm shouting into my mic, but I'm really excited to play it myself, because I do feel this is going to be a game where it's just what kind of Assassin's Creed fan that you are. And, and for some ways that's a good thing, in some ways that's a bad thing, I'm sure. But like I said, I'll be playing it. I'm going to play it as much as as I possibly can, and over the next couple days, I'll do several videos, including one of them being a review, okay? So let me know what you guys think based off the reviews that you saw. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.